I was on a call with somebody yesterday, and they were all worried about like what do I do with Medicare billing and all these things. And like, hey, there's answers to those questions, but you need to know the like base need that you have in life, not the want, the need that you have in life. And I think that's something that you and I talked about several years ago and allowed me to just kind of stabilize my life a little bit and take a big sigh of like, oh, okay, I feel good. I feel comfortable now. And then now I think like, how do we get to that point where we're starting to add zeros and we're starting to like grow and scale towards the desires and the wants that we have in life? What's the strategy that you would take to move from that initial viability to now actually growing and scaling?
Yeah, and I think some of it, I would say the strategy there will vary, but I think an element that's common in all situations is focus. And what happens a lot of people in early on in starting a practice is there is so much friction that it's really easy to be discouraged. You know, that friction comes from maybe it comes from family support, maybe it's friends doubting you, maybe it's watching people, which we've all felt it, like when we're in physical therapy school and all of our other friends are out working and getting paid and having fun, then we're still in PT school. And then you choose again to bury your head in, deep into something, you know, starting a business. And again, the world's kind of going on and it's like, I don't want to make these sacrifices. And I think the sacrifices are important. And so figuring out how to put blinders on yourself, I would say would be the next thing to accelerate your process and progress, is to be able to realize that, you know, maybe this $2,000, I can't drop it into Dogecoin or Shiba coin or Shipzu coin or whatever other types of meme coins are out there. While all my other friends are seeing, you know, 1100% returns. You also have to know the context of what's going on for them. You know, maybe they have sustainable cash flow. If you don't have that, and that is what's most important for you, then that's what you need to focus on and accept that there are things you'll miss out on. And again, it's the roller coaster and it's the ride and there's thrill to it. But if you're really trying to create something sustainable for the future, you're going to miss out on some of those, but you won't even worry about it if you can keep those blinders on and stay focused. And it doesn't mean you won't have negative feelings around those types of friction points. But I see a lot of times people in early businesses lose focus when things get difficult and they do the FOMO. Man, if I only would have put, you know, that $10,000 instead of putting it into this difficult coaching curriculum that I'm participating in, what if I would have put it into this coin? Man, I'd have $100,000 right now. Well, you didn't, and you can't unless somehow you have the secret of time travel, in which case I would say we should have gone back to even earlier times and taken inventions back ahead of time, right? Like you can always play that game, but I would say the next thing to adding zeros and momentum is focus. And find literature, find podcasts, find people who talk about you know, things like focus. I remember there was a book kind of floating around and it pops up every once in a while called The One Thing. And that's what it talks about a lot is, you know, let's find that single marker that drives you. And that as that's driving as well, behind it will lift all these other stuff. I mean, it would feel amazing if instead of wondering, man, where do I put, you know, this $200 in this meme coin or in my Facebook marketing ads, you know, that gets really exciting when all of a sudden it's $2,000, $20,000, $200,000 of investment. But you have to create the environment to facilitate that. And I think that requires focus.
Yeah, I've seen too many people who go from like they establish the sustainability in their or like the viability in their life, and then every big investment that they make outside of their business is putting them back underneath that viability mark, and it causes more panic because now all of a sudden I don't have access to the resources that I wanted or that I need in order to continue to move my primary vehicle forward. And like, I mean, yeah, I personally have multiple of those types of investments, but I'm so grateful we had that conversation, you know, 4 years ago. You know, like focus on your primary vehicle, the like long-term investments that you know, like for retirement are going to come, but your business is also a consistent revenue generator. So focus on that.